So we moved recently and we share a backyard with another family, and this backyard has a yellow plum tree that just produces bumper crops. And so I thought it would be nice to make something other than jam and plum butter and plum syrup and plum juice and all these other sweet applications. I thought I would try my hand, you saw the title of the video, of making plum marinara sauce for something savory. So let's go pick some plums. Okay, I have everything I need to make this marinara. I'm basically making a regular marinara, but instead of plum tomatoes, I'm using plums, which I have rinsed. This will probably wind up being about 2 cups of chopped plums once I have taken the pits out. And then I've got about, this looks like maybe a half a cup of minced yellow onion. This is a couple crushed cloves of garlic. This is actually some oregano I grew and dried, and some red pepper flakes. Salt, white wine. I usually use red wine in marinara, but I thought white wine would probably be better for these plums. I mean, the red wine at the very least might look ugly, so white wine and olive oil. Okay, this time Sarah remembered to turn on her microphone. Anyway, I added one plum. I almost called it a tomato. I added 1 plum already. I'm just going to show you the easiest way I found to break them down is to just get in there with your bare hand and crush it. And it's easier when you don't have to hold a phone with one of your hands to film, but yeah, you basically just crush it. And you can also peel the skins with your fingers because these plums are quite ripe, but I'm going to leave them in. They have some flavor and some pectin to thicken the sauce. I might puree the sauce later if I want it to be smooth. And then you're left with a stone and you just dump that. I'm gonna keep going. Okay, I did not use all of the plums that I picked. I just squeezed them until it looked and felt right. This might look like a lot of sauce. This is 1 serving. I'm just making this for me because I don't know how it's gonna taste. I don't want to make a bunch of something that might not taste great. And this looks like a lot, but these plums are very watery and they're going to cook down quite a bit. So I have turned the heat up rather high just so that I can get a lot of this excess moisture out. Add some salt. And I'm just going to crush oregano. Donica. That's oregano, not catnip. Well, hi, Yvain. I love having this little window in my kitchen because the cats love getting up there and watching me cook. I mean, sometimes they get in the way and I have to shut them up in their room, but... Is it interesting, girls? What you think? And you know what? I'm going to add the wine now while I have the heat up because I do want to cook out a lot of the alcohol. I don't know, that's probably like a 1/4 cup. I don't measure when I cook, guys. Sorry, no recipe. I mean, this is experimental anyway. I don't know what I'm doing. Let that cook. If this proves to be too sweet, because plums are sweeter than tomatoes, I might add a splash of some cider vinegar too. We'll taste it and see. Okay, it has thickened up to a pretty decent consistency and it's been simmering away for at least 15 minutes, so I'm gonna taste it, so we can see where we're at. Okay, here it goes. Ooh! Guys, oh my God! That's amazing! Holy shit! It tastes like marinara, but it's stronger. It's really tart and zingy. I'm not gonna need to add vinegar. Oh my God, this is great. Okay, I'm gonna make spaghetti now. Okay, I can't believe I'm saying this, but I tasted the sauce again, and I do think it actually needs a little bit of sugar. A little dash of sugar is not an uncommon ingredient to add to a marinara. Not too much, but yeah, that's much better. Okay, the moment of truth. I mean, I have tasted the sauce, but I haven't tasted it with the pasta yet. And okay, I added a little black pepper off camera as well. I felt it needed it. Cheese would also be nice, but I don't have any at the moment, so this is vegan. Yeah. I don't know how I'll feel once I've eaten more of this. It could just be because it's very intense in flavor, which is great. But sometimes things that are too intense in flavor, like if you try to eat the whole thing, it gets just too intense. Oh yeah, it definitely works. I suspected that plums would work as a substitute for tomatoes since, you know, texture-wise, they're extremely similar, and even flavor-wise, they're somewhat similar. Tomatoes are sweet and tart, plums are sweet and tart. I just can't believe that this was almost like a one-to-one substitute for tomatoes. I really didn't change the recipe at all. It's great, it's delicious. Just like regular marinara with tomatoes, it's sweet and tangy. And it has this intense umami to it as well. I was gonna add some MSG because I thought it would lack that, but it really does have a nice, strong savoriness. Maybe it was from the onion and the garlic. It does definitely taste a little bit like plums, but I'm not put off by it. I'm not like, ooh, this is dessert. I think, yeah, this is a delicious savory treat. And I'm definitely making this again, and I'm really glad. I'm starting to wonder now if I can use these yellow plums to substitute for other tomato recipes. You wouldn't want to do it with raw tomato dishes because these plums are so watery, but man, well, I call that a success. If you happen to have a yellow plum tree in your neighborhood or in your backyard, or if you're in California and you see all those wild California plum trees with those little yellow peach colored plums, harvest a bunch of them and make this. It's really good.